Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I'm just testing my audio real quick. Think I can make that louder. Oh shit, sup, Jake? Anyways, I'm playing some horror games tonight. Oh, yo! Making that bank. Anyway, let me try and turn it down on my phone. You hear sirens? No! Jake, no! You're too young to go to prison! No! They found the body. Dang it, I keep on forgetting I have a mic on. And I keep on drinking my coffee. Freaking A. Either way, welcome to today's stream. Or welcome to the VOD, because I've learned that my VODs get far more views. Anyway, I'm playing two horror games tonight. I just found them on Steam. I was looking for like indie horror games. Oh, see you, Jake. One moment, I gotta find out what that message is. Unsolved. I'm gonna ban that. One moment. Somebody's sending me messages in my chat that are not supposed to be there. Hello, hello, hello. That was not you. Ah, shoot. I have. There's another person. Restricted. Banned. Okay, good. That did go through. There was another. Yeah. They're like, oh, the best viewers at blah 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 blah. I don't care. Either way, I was just searching for indie horror games on Steam. I found two games. I found Blindman's Son and Milk Inside of a Bag of Milk. I know, I'm talking to the VOD viewers, Ethan. Oh, oh. One moment, I have somebody here. Sorry, I am back. I had somebody I had to talk to. Four viewers. Oh, shoot. Hello. Thank you for joining in. I do not mind. Either way, we should be getting started right about now. Let me turn off my music here so I'm not deafening myself. Close that. Alrighty then, let's go. Hello. Y'all got turned into the tiny scroll. In one moment while I open Blindman's Son. Da 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 da. Oh yeah. Alrighty, go have fun, Ethan. If y'all want to go watch No Man's Sky, go to Ethan's thing. Go to Ethan's Twitch channel if my brain can process a sentence fully. Okay. Wait a minute. Ethan, I need help. What was the button to... Oh, wait, it was... Alt-Tab. There we go. I got it. I figured it out. Um... There we go. Let me just make sure that all fits correctly for y'all. That all good? From the looks of it? Oh. This game is not suitable for children and for those who are easily disturbed. I'ma just ignore it. I'm gonna ignore the easily disturbed part because I know I am. And I know I will be. Either way. Start game. What just happened? The unfortunate part is I didn't read any of that. One moment. Did it? Is it still... Okay, okay. I thought OBS was glitching or something. I didn't see any of those. One moment. Let me look through my Steam. I'll tell y'all what it is. That's not Steam. Whoopsies. That? Maybe? Nope. Alright. What? Why would I do that? You refuse to follow the rules and this is not a place for you. It closed the game! What the fuck? Okay. I'll follow the rules, I guess. One moment, let me see if it reconnected. No, it didn't. Okay. Alright. That's neat. That's good. What? Oh. It's just having me reopen OBS every time. Start game. You're back here again? Why did you come? I apologize. I promise to follow your rules. That's better, so be it. Wait. Hang on. Let me... What's going on? Is it showing correctly on y'all's? It's not. What's going on here? It's not showing up correctly until... The fuck? Let me go into the game. Let me click. Alright, let's get one thing straight. I'm gonna lock my door because people keep on knocking on it and I'm not sure if they're talking about something important. One moment. One moment. One moment. Apologies. Oh, is it because I didn't let go? I'm not a fucking writer. It's... Let me just see if my mouth moves. Okay. I don't know what's going on. But I think I'm gonna do window... Not window, but... Full... What's it called? whole screen capture instead of the window capture. Wait a minute. Cause, like, yeah, I can't open. Alrighty. I'm gonna do a full screen capture. Sorry. Add display capture. That's the button I'm looking for. Okay. Whoop. Sorry. There we go. Apologies for the technical difficulties and anybody in whatever it's. There we go. Okay. So now I'm watching my own stream. Alright. I have no clue about the rules, what needs to be done, or how to do it, so I'm just gonna write however I can. Alright, it does work. That's good, at least. If you don't like it, you can go screw yourself and get a refund. For everyone else, welcome aboard. My name's Jack. I'm 42, a widower. Somewhere out there, I've got a daughter and an auto repair shop that makes some money. And I'm also a damn freak of nature. No, it's not written in my papers. The thing is, I'm blind due to... They need to stop sending me so many messages. It's practically making my desk shake. I'm sorry. I'm blind to optic nerve atrophy. The doctors said it was incurable. But turns out they were wrong. A powerful spirit named Iris resided in my body and did let me see again. But there's a catch. I don't see with my own eyes. Iris replaced them. And because of her, I saw things I wasn't supposed to see. Turns out all those fucking fantasy writers were right. Alongside our physical, familiar world, there's another one. A dark one, filled with spirits. Living ideas and other weirdness. But there's a place for similarity. Just like our world can't exist without sunlight. The shadow world can't exist without the light of its own sun. The night sun, whose blue light gives life to Iris and other mystical shit. That light of night sun lets them live, but for regular mortals it only brings death. And the longer I live, the more I believe it. If this shit jump scares me, I'm... Pardon? Okay. That was cool looking. But they said it was like based off a comic or something. I'm blinded. I am so sorry if anybody in stream got flashbanged. That day I dreamed of Madeline. My ex. One of them anyway. She was surrounded by some kind of purple mist, wearing a dark shroud. I could see other people around her. Don't kill me, Jack. She whispered. I don't know how I heard it. We were standing about 20 meters apart. I'm not to blame. What are you doing? I asked back. Madeline. I ran toward her, and the closer I got, the clearer I got something was wrong about her. But what exactly? I got scared. Don't kill me. Madeline. Finally I reached her. And only then did I see what was wrong. I used to think her face was covered in a black fabric. But it turned out that the darkness was her face. Only her jaw was untouched. Everything else I saw was black. Black, charred muscles, bones. Oh. Dark liquid dripped from beneath her hair. I'm not to blame. And where her eyes should have been, something glowed. Something purple. And in that purple light, a tiny white dot barely glowed. Don't kill me. Son of a bitch! I did not like that! Okay. That was loud. I should not be sitting on a step stool. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself. Alright. One of the perks of being possessed is that you always have someone to chat with. Though sometimes it's a downside. Iris got... Oh. I'm sorry, I knew there was a jump scare coming, it just still got me. Sorry, I apologize, stream, I'm a pussy. Iris got on my case about the dream just as I was standing, groggy and bewildered, heating up my breakfast in the microwave. You should see a doctor, take some meds. Oh really? You used to like my dreams? Your dreams used to be erotic and action-packed. This one was just creepy. Yeah! Yeah, I'd say so too! You can always go watch someone else's dreams. Iris. Oh, Iris knows who the woman in the dream was. She's already dug through my memories. Wow, that's unexpected. And you're not mad at her? For leaving me? Nah, not mad. Then why was she asking you not to kill her? Do I look like the dream interpreter? How should I know? Damn. Maybe I just think I'm not mad, but deep down I've tortured her to death in my subconscious. The fuck are you talking about? By the way, I know it's like a pixel game, but I really like the look of this. No, I would have felt that. Then I have no idea. A few seconds of silence and then Iris digs deeper. Wait, do you still love her? Oh. If there's one thing I've learned in a couple of months living with Iris, it's that the bag of crap in our psyche is practically bottomless. I thought I'd bury those feelings long ago. That I'd grown up, moved on, learned to live without her. But just seeing her in a dream... Maybe. I shrugged. But good for you for letting her go. Chasing her would have been foolish. Really? I can erase her from your memory. Want that? Leave it. I'll handle it. Alright. Every day, I'm on the brink of death. Iris, this ghostly shepherd who's moved into me permanently, is actually a powerful spirit capable of fully controlling my body. And by controlling, I don't just mean moving my arms and legs. When we first met and got into an argument, she grew 2 extra fingers on each of my hands. Oh no. Imagine waking up, reaching down to scratch your... Waking up, reaching down to scratch your balls and discovering that. I apologize for my sense of humor. I saw the word balls and I immediately turned my Seth Rogen ass. I almost gave birth to an elephant. Fucking what? And the bitch just sat in my head and laughed. Later we made up and the fingers fell off. Oh, that's a phrase. They didn't just disappear overnight like they'd appeared. They rotted off. Right there on my hands. It was excruciating with wounds and blood everywhere. Jesus. After that kind of crap, I try not to piss her off. I read that so wrong. Not the sentence. I might have read piss on her in my head. Don't want to end up with another... Don't want to end up with another dick on my forehead. I have the humor of a 12-year-old boy, okay? And let me clarify right away. Yeah, she could take over my body at any moment. Just start controlling it however she wants, cutting me out of the equation entirely. But she doesn't, because she owes me. Apparently I pulled her out of some kind of magical prison. I don't remember any of it. I was in a coma. But she says we made a deal, like in fucking Faust. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna be honest. I might have to look that up later. So now, we coexist in one body. I control it, mostly, and she heals and enhances it. In return, I let her feed on my thoughts and feelings, and I keep her safe from that prison. It's all cool, everyone's happy. However, we recently unlocked a new feature. It turns out Iris can do magic. If I say certain words or visualize specific things, so far we've only figured out runes, she releases energy that can pull off all sorts of tricks. Basically, Iris isn't that different from humans. People get excited imagining naked men and women, and Iris gets excited when I imagine runes. Alrighty then. Oh, damn! Sorry, this image looks so much clearer on stream. Up here I just see like a jumble of pixels. I didn't know there was a chair there. Either way. Is Iris horny for runes? But jokes aside, it's freaking awesome. A sense of power went straight to my head, and now all I do is try to dig up new spells. I'm aiming to be like a damn Doctor Strange. Guy swears a lot. So what are we doing today? What are our options? Dr. Bishop? You haven't called her in almost a week. What? You're dying to watch our... If there's a scene in this game, I'm gonna lose it. Ha. Are we still pretending I'm just... This is getting uncomfy. I don't like this anymore. Why did I have to end up with the horniest ghost of them all? Dude. I wish I had one of those. Anyway. You should be grateful, the ghost said, and I felt my body start to change. Oh, I wasn't lying earlier. Of course. Iris thinks she's funny. Well, it's still better than a dick on my forehead. That is fair. That is fair. Okay, Liv's great and all. But oh, she's busy. Then we could practice. Pardon? Sorry, I stopped reading. I was just in shock. Honestly, I'm in the mood to just hang out in the library and read today. Just read, huh? That book of rituals? There was a hint of sarcasm in her voice, and I couldn't help but smile. It was an amazing book. If I could, I'd take it home and read it before bed like a bedtime story. But unfortunately, that wasn't an option. The book was ancient and incredibly rare. I couldn't even find it online. So what's so special about it? Let me show you. A few days ago... I'm sorry. When I heard let me show you, I took off one of my earbuds. A few days ago, I was reading about this one ritual in it. Some ancient psychos decided to achieve magical enlightenment by cutting off their leader's dick. Pop off, I guess. Okay. Sorry, my commentary is not creative. I'm just stunned. Description alone caught my attention, but the story of how they carried out the ritual was even wilder. While the leader was slowly sawing off his dick, groaning the whole time, one of the followers puked. I see why. The others panicked. The ritual was desecrated and quickly chopped off the poor guy's head. Which one? That's the real question. To appease the spirits, they placed his head in the center. The problem was the leader didn't see this. He was busy with his own important task. So he finally finished the job, happily raised his severed piece in the air, turned around, and saw that the spot in the center was already taken. Damn, I can just picture his face. What the fuck did you do? What the fuck did I... What the fuck did you do? What the fuck did I do for half an hour? Ah! Sorry, I'm not screaming in my room. I'd rather not scare my parents. In the end, they tried to combine the two items in the center. Oh, this game is great. I'm gonna be honest, I'm loving this shit. They shot the dick into the guy's mouth, but for some reason the spirits didn't appreciate it. Okay. I have no idea why. Brother, that's what I've been saying. Anyway, the ritual didn't work and I cracked up every time I think about it. What if it turns out you need to cut off your dick to cast fireballs? What would you do? Okay. First I'd ask, whose? Yours. Oh, then I'm out. Yeah. Fireballs aren't worth it. I agree. I see. So it's just a matter of price. If it were something more serious, you'd go for it. Screw off. By the way, my breakfast isn't ready. My breakfast is ready. So let me eat in peace. Haha. Well, going off of the tone, I imagine like ha 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 ha, like freaking bon appetit, Jack. And while you're eating, think about where we're going next. 003. Is there 100 parts or something? While I was chatting with Iris, something special was happening on the other side of the side. Y'all, I almost said other side of the titty. It's the other side of the city. Exit the save screen, right click the mouse. Save game, I insist. Game saved. Okay. Secretary named Eileen turned off her computer and started getting ready to go home. Alright, as you've probably guessed, there's nothing special about that. It's just time to introduce her. I am down with these developers, dog. They seem... I didn't see the Steam notification. One moment, y'all. Let me look at that. Because I've been getting a lot of those. I got a lot of those at the beginning, and they like send messages or something, and I'm... Unfortunately for me, I'm a very slow reader. I don't know what I got. Hang on. Hang on. Where is it? I don't know how to check my own achievements. Either way, let's just get back into the game. Shall we? um, let's close everything but the folder. Alrighty. I forgot to start recording. Oh, that's great. Nobody watches my YouTube anyway. Let's pop off. Alright. Whap. And whap. Children. Access the Steam community while playing. Shift tab to begin. No. Yeah, I know it's not for the easily disturbed. Is that an anime girl in the background? I swear to God, if it starts me off on a... Did it start me at the beginning again? Good job, but I didn't give you permission to load. Ha 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 ha. Do I have to go through this again? I swear to God, if it's like no spamming or something. Fine, now you can load the save. Where? What the fuck? The background's different now. One moment, let me close my own stream on my phone. Okay. um. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Did... What is going on? OBS. What? But it's stuck on... that. What's going on here? It has this up. I see that. It says display capture. But it's not. Okay, add. Display capture. This one. Yes. Okay. This should be good. We should be good here. I'm hoping we are. Alright. So this is the new screen it gave me. Either way, let's continue. Alright, a secretary named Eileen turned off her computer and started getting ready to go home. Alright, as you probably guessed, there's nothing special about that. It's just time to introduce her. Ahem. Oh my goodness! There is anime girls in this! Present Eileen Philman, 24 years old, unmarried. Zodiac sign Gemini. Cheerful, talkative, easygoing, perfect girl for spontaneous hangouts, unexpected... Okay. Unexpected sex in restrooms, and running YouTube channels. I'm hoping this isn't AI generated. I'm hoping this is real. Perfect girl just wrapped up her workday and was getting ready to head outside. Peter grabbed her bag and coat, walked over to the elevator, pressed the button. What the fuck happened to the game I was originally playing? Am I still playing Blindman, son? It arrived within seconds and took Eileen down to the first floor. Is this Gacha Life? When he started getting strange outside, the first strange thing was a rat. Exactly unusual run from a rat in a big city, but this one was monstrously large and it lunged at Eileen. Ooh, rat jump scare. Stinkily jumped back. For a split second, she lost sight of it and it vanished. At first, Eileen thought the rat had climbed onto her, horrifying, and quickly yanked off her coat. Nothing. No movement in her hair either. Nothing crawling, clinging, or squirming. The rat had simply disappeared. Still shaken, Eileen glanced around. What the hell? Did it just run past me? With no other explanation, she reluctantly put her coat back on and continued walking. Next strange thing to happen not far from the subway. While the rat incident could have been chalked up to a random urban encounter, this time Eileen saw something truly unbelievable. She saw a sign, an orb of light hovering around 15 feet above her. It wasn't a lamp or any other light fixture. There were no wires or stands. I apologize, I kinda got a stutter going on. Nor did it resemble a drone. It was simply a ball of pure light. White, bright, but not blinding. That was probably part of why Eileen was so surprised. Despite how bright the light was, it didn't hurt her eyes. She didn't feel the need to squint or shield herself from the glare. She just stared at it with wide, open eyes. "What is that?" she asked the nearest passerby. "Where?" the guy replied, focused. Confused. "I can't read." "Right there." Eileen pointed at the orb. The guy gave her a skeptical look and walked away. Eileen stood in shock, watching him leave. It was only then that she realized she was the only one staring at the light. Everyone else was walking by as if nothing was happening. "What's going on? Is this some kind of prank? Or am I hallucinating?" The second passerby also saw nothing. "This is ridiculous." Suddenly, Eileen had a bright idea. She pulled out her phone and pointed the camera at the orb. "Gotcha." The orb appeared clearly on the phone screen. She pressed the shutter button, and everything disappeared. The light vanished as if someone had flipped a switch. In the photo, there were only skyscrapers in the night sky, nothing strange at all. Eileen couldn't believe her eyes. With her mouth hanging open, she looked from the sky to her phone. She had definitely seen that light. It was right there in the camera. There was only one explanation. I'm losing my mind. A stroke's just around the corner. I need to see a doctor. Eileen mumbled grimly and headed down to the subway. With these thoughts in her head, she rode to her station and stepped back out onto the street, where the third strange thing happened. She was attacked. And the person who did it was me. I kind of want to take my headphones off. This is scaring me. Scaring me like the game should be. In case cops ever read this book, I'm not guilty. It was all Iris. She put me up to it. I don't see the way other people do. My eyes merge with Iris's, so I see everything through her. It's like looking through x-rays. Oh, we're getting into dark shit, aren't we? I can't see far and all that, but the color's gone. Everything's trapped in the damn dark blue filter. So far, it hasn't driven me into full-blown depression, but I can feel that it's only a matter of time. These colors aren't meant for the living, but the place Iris pointed out stood out. Read the rest for yourself. It's done for color dark purple. And save game again, I insist. Not the girl herself, mind you, but the aura around her. How do I... Game saved. What is that? Oh, if I get jump scared, I'm flying off this chair. I asked. Iris seems puzzled. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Never seen or don't remember. You said the desert wiped your memory. Remember when I told you I pulled this fool out of a prison? Well, turns out that prison was an endless desert that slowly ate away at the mind of anyone stuck there. Iris lost her memory, assuming she's telling me the truth, of course. I've got no way to verify her story. I really want to turn this down. Um, what's the difference? I don't know or I don't remember. It's the same thing. Okay, no need to get cranky. So you have no clue what the purple aura is. I only know what the color means, and purple is the color of a curse. Great. So you're saying the girl's cursed. Either that or she cursed herself. Still, there's no way she could pull off something like this herself. Something like what? You don't see it? Look at her aura, it's massive. Sure enough, the girl's aura was blazing through the street like purple inferno. Just like in some anime. Are we watching JoJo's? A curse this strong would be hard to create. So what do we do about it? I don't know. We don't have the power to break it. On the bright side, look, I'm not spreading to anyone else. It's not spreading to anyone else. Yeah, it's only on her, which means it's not our problem. Let's go. And what happens to her? If it's really a curse, she'll die, no question. I let a dissatisfied grunt. What are you feeling heroic now? Wanting to help her? I don't know. On one hand, I don't exactly want to dive into more magical crap. On the other hand, fuck, she's young. Barely 20. Looks like a nice enough girl. It feels wrong to leave her like this. Jack, forget about her. Let's go. Without asking me, Iris turned my body around. But I'd already made my decision. Better to get into this shit than sit around and feeling guilty later. Besides, if the curse isn't contagious, I've got nothing to lose. Hold up. You said you'd never seen anything like it. If that's the case, we need to study it. No, we don't. Not our business. What if it's important? What if it helps you get your memory back? I threw out a wild guess, knowing full well I was shooting in the dark. It won't help. Iris. I stopped talking. She could read my thoughts. She knew what I was about to do. Fine. She responded, annoyed. But mark my words, this is a bad idea. Don't piss, you'll love it. I grinned. Time to act. Oh shit, they are anime characters. Sometimes I wonder what it would have been like if I'd had this power, not now, but say 20 years ago when I was still a promising cunt. It's terrifying even to imagine. I would have been king. Every girl. Okay. Every. I don't want to read that. Y'all can read that. I could have made rich kids hand over their money and suck on my toes. If that's what you're into. Ew. But then again, one of them probably would have strangled me in my sleep. With great power comes great enemies. Don't you dare jump scare me now. If you still haven't figured out what power I'm talking about, you're an idiot. Obviously, I'm talking about mind control. It was the first ability Iris gave me. We got an exhibit on ancient Germanic history. Iris sent something weird. Runes affected her somehow, and later they changed me too. The rune I wanted to use had Thurisaz in it. The fuck is this? One of its meanings is force. Maybe that's why Iris reacted to it so strongly. Just a rune battery. My job was to pull energy where it needed to go. In this case, to the girl's mind, to break down her mental resistance. I was to make her believe that we knew each other. That was an old friend she could trust with all her troubles, and maybe, just maybe, that will lead us to the source of the curse. So I stepped aside, closed my eyes, and focused. The runes lit up in my mind's eye. Fire. I suppose fire? Oh, I kinda see it. Yeah. Power. Energy. Energy I used to force my way into her mind. You try to visualize it, her psyche is like a walnut, a hard shell protecting a fragile core. The shell needs to be cracked, but very carefully. If the core gets damaged, her mind is done for. Let's just say the best case scenario would be a psych ward, the worst a stroke. Don't even ask how I know this. I think you might have made that pretty clear, buddy. There's only one way you can figure this out. I mean, alright, caution is key. But the problem lies in the power. The third says rune amplifies Iris's abilities, making it possible to crack the shell. But it amplifies them too much, like cracking a walnut with a sledgehammer. One wrong move and it's game over. So I had to be careful as possible. Sure, the street wasn't the best place for this, but there was no other option. We would probably run into her again in the city of millions. I will. Hang on. Images from her mind started slipping into mine. She's in an office and some guy is talking to her. Oh, apparently my buddy's getting spammed by harassers, so. Yeah. Her name is Eileen. She's a secretary. She's got a great view from her window. She can't seem to book a restaurant for her boss's meeting. They're just not picking up the phone and she's starting to curse under her breath. She lives alone. She's sad to be alone. Someone used to live with her in the apartment, but now they're gone. They had a quarrel and then he left. And she hasn't found anyone since then. 3. She's a fun person, hates being alone. Always at some party. I'll probably use that. Seriously? You're going to make her think you're her ex-lover? I don't respond. That would break my concentration. Yeah, Eileen, we know each other. We met a long time ago at some party and ended up at your place that very night. You thought it was going to be a one-night stand, but it lasted longer than that. Then we broke up and you don't remember why. You only remember the good things about me. Her mind adjusts. New memories fit in perfectly like a piece of puzzle. No contradictions. I got lucky. Finally, I can breathe easy. The rune disappeared. And only then did I realize how tense my body was. Time to relax. With my eyes, Eileen was already walking toward me. Cool girl with a freaky purple aura. Oh my god. Okay. Jack. Is that really you? I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm uncomfy. I mean, I like it, but I'm uncomfy. My nerves are getting shot. To be honest, I thought the mind hack would be more productive. But Eileen hadn't fought with anyone, hadn't seen anything suspicious, and was generally feeling just fine. On top of that, she immediately suggested we go grab a drink, and for a few moments I actually considered it. However, we didn't get to the reunion sex. Hey, in the end, I didn't break a girl's brain for that, and B, there's no rush. Plenty of time for that later. Right now I need information, so I set up a meeting with Eileen tomorrow and called Liv. Wait, you probably don't get it. Let me clarify. I called Olivia Bishop. She's a doctor of historical sciences and a senior researcher at the American Museum of Natural History. She's someone who spends all her time working and reading, and she's probably heard something about curses and how to break them. Hey, Liv. Hello, Jack. She sighed, sounding tired. You might think I'm playing with Liv, only calling her when I need something. But no, nothing like that. Liv's a gem in my collection of women, so I try to stay in touch with her regularly. What the fuck is up with this guy? I mean, to be fair, as far as we know, he has like a something in his head that can make him grow limbs and shit. So maybe I know what's wrong with this guy. Wait a minute. I have another Discord note. Oh! One moment, I got a full screen. Oh, no, I don't. Logan, I marked those on my own thing, because that's what Steam said was in the game, that it was rated as mature content. Not mature, but had some themes. So I marked them off, so that's why it says, stop, halt. Halt, we must warn you. Supermodel looks, though she's far from unattractive, but that's not the point. The point is, she's a damn genius, and Iris's magic awakened because of her. Liv curated and put together that exhibition that caught my otherworldly roommate's attention. Liv was the one leading the tours there, all regal and strict, in a white blouse and pencil skirt. Damn, she could star in a porno, I swear. Okay. After the exhibition, Iris and I decided to make Olivia our target. Busy at work? Pretty much. Did you need something? I wanted to suggest we unwind. How about dinner and maybe a jazz club? Sounds nice. So that's a yes? Well, I did have a stylist appointment today. She took a minute of silence, but I think I can reschedule. Great. What time should I pick you up? In an hour. Did I mention that Liv's a gem? That's also true considering the effort it took to win her over. Look at me, and look at her. A scuffy auto repair shop owner and an aristocrat scholar. Beauty and the Beast, literally. Back then my abilities weren't developed, so I couldn't just make her fall in love with me or anything. Or something. So I had to go with the classics, siege strategy, get a decent haircut, buy some nice clothes, study her exhibitions. Basically, tactical seduction. Figure out who's your target crush and try to become that. I thought I was playing a horror game. Luckily, I was already decent looking, and the rest of just a matter of technique. Eventually, I got close to Liv without any magic, purely in human way. Which means I still had the suggestion card unplayed. If anything went wrong, I could just suggest something to her. The most enjoyable part were probably Liv's glances, views. She's divorced with no kids, not looking for a serious relationship. But she liked seeing someone occasionally having a good time. And that fit perfectly with my plans. So when she got into the cab with me, I couldn't resist kissing her on the lips. I thought I was playing a horror game. What's going on here? Where to? The orange. She smiled. Haven't been taken there in a while. You mentioned you liked it there once. And you remembered? That's sweet. Thanks. No problem. While we're on the way, I've got a historical question for you. Do you know of any rituals where people cut off their own dicks? What? Brother, I think you killed the mood. Someday in the future, there will be that glorious day when I'll stop laughing at stories about chopped off dicks. Are you listening to me? Someday. Don't mind that. Just a dumb joke. What I actually wanted to ask was this. Do you know anything about curses? Double O 007. What? What? Jake, what? What's going on? What do you mean? The fuck do you mean you forgot? What did you say? Jake! Jake! No! Your memory's worse than my friend. Oh yeah, by the way, welcome to Blindman Son, where we have talked more about this dude wanting to bang some chicks than horror games. Um, anyway, let's move on, because this is gonna be confusing for the VOD viewers. By the way, look over here if you didn't know what was going on. By the way, I am in fact Josh's girlfriend. Oh, I could hide my cursor underneath. Oh my goodness. Okay. When we got to my place a few hours later, I could definitely say that Liv really enjoyed the jazz club. And especially the cocktails they served. She drank 3 of them. But Liv, drunk, wasn't all that different from Liv sober. A little more talkative, a bit more smiley, but she brought up ancient history a bit more often. Without turning on the lights, she kicked off her shoes and headed to the kitchen. When I caught her up, I was reminded that Dr. Bishop really knew her way around my apartment. She already had a bottle of wine in her hands. How'd you find it? Do you have a nose for this stuff? Of course. It developed since college. Want some? But I didn't need to answer. She went to the cupboards, grabbed a corkscrew and 2 glasses, and soon handed one to me. Do you think we'll ever be able to turn water into wine? I asked Iris in my head. Someday, definitely. I smiled and Liv smiled back at me. It probably looked romantic to her. Her, the dim light, a pleasant guy, sharp taste of wine. It could only get better in one case. I went up to her and kissed her. My hands rested on her face. She liked it when I did that. Want me to give you a message? Massage? Liv didn't answer, just purred playfully. I might have to stop playing this game. I might have to stop, and in which case I would be sorry. I kissed her again. Nope, don't even think about it. Oh, I just got flashbanged. Sound of the front door closing woke me up. Liv. I quickly ran my hand over the other side of the bed and confirmed she wasn't there. So yeah, that was right. She just left. Iris. Hi! I probably should have said that a bit earlier. My bad. I didn't fall off my chair! So at least I have that going for me. I called out mentally, not really expecting an answer. And yep, right again, Iris didn't respond. It was daytime outside. That meant I wasn't possessed right now. The night sun had hidden behind its daytime brother and all the ghosts had gone dormant. And yeah, Iris explained this state differently, but who gives a shit? The point is, during the day I became an ordinary person who needed to eat, sleep, and couldn't do magic. And I couldn't see either. Yep, despite having full control over my body, even being able to regrow fingers, Iris still couldn't fix my eyes. Your eyes are our point of connection, the anchor that allows me to be with you. They must not change. So yeah, that's how it is. On the other hand, this could be useful. If I ever wanted to get rid of Iris, I could just go to a doctor and have my eyeballs removed. Of course, assuming she wasn't lying and they really are her anchor. Whatever, fuck it now. Ideally, I should have slept until dark, but I needed to use the bathroom. And as well as we all know, there's no way you can fall asleep with that need. Fuck. I had to go. Don't jump scare my ass again. Okay. I don't know if it's worth describing this circus. Going to the bathroom in complete darkness. Anyone could set up the attraction for themselves. Concerning the fact there's 2 viewers, I'd guess not. The difference is that I can't end it. But overall, the experience is pretty damn miserable. I roughly imagined my position and the location of the door, and started moving towards it. I walked slowly, carefully moving my feet, extending my hands forward. Soon I bumped into a wall that shouldn't have been there. What the fuck? How far did I go off course? Where am I? The mental map in my head spun and I felt completely helpless. I needed to get my bearings, so I started touching the wall. Found the door frame after 5 steps. Finally. Maybe that's just what I needed. The rest went without incidents. I reached the right door, habitually turned the light on and left, on and off, entered and sat on the toilet. Yup, in this state, peeing can only be done sitting down, otherwise you'll hit anything but the toilet. I tried it once. Ew. I have nothing to do with that. That is fair. Anyways, I did my business, washed my hands, turned the light on and off again, somehow crawled back to bed. Maybe I should get a guide dog? Now I just had to wait for the sun to set and for Iris to wake up. Meanwhile, I could still mull over what I needed to do. And there was a lot to do. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Suck my nuts. I'm sorry, I'm scared of the jump scares now. Last night's dinner with Liv turned out to be both a gift and a curse. A gift because Liv talked about how ancient Germans lifted curses. That info was useful, especially since I'd read something similar before. Using this method, I could actually try to save that girl. What was her name? Eileen. But there was a catch. The more I thought about it, the clearer it became that the price of this method was too high. You've already guessed, right? We're talking about sacrifice. The foundation of all ancient magic. Back then, that was just how they thought. Liv explained. Everything beyond human control was under the control of the gods, and you had to appease them somehow. And what was the most valuable and, at this same time, the most available thing? That's right. Life. So everything was done through sacrifices. Divination, prayers to the gods, probably lifting curses too. At first, I dismissed this method, expecting to hear other options, but there were no other options. Liv said she wasn't an occultist and hadn't studied magic. And since this topic annoyed her, I decided not to press it. But later that night, meanwhile Liv snored next to me, Iris and I spent a long time discussing this. How can you lift a curse from someone? On one hand, any way you want. On the other hand, not a single chance. A curse changes a person's energy, their aura. It's literally like a virus, but on an energy level. It enters through your body. It enters your body and starts disrupting the processes. What should work stops working. Everything breaks down from the inside. Same here. Someone directed that girl's energy like a virus. And to heal her, I need to send a curse. More energy. The problem is where to get that energy. Humans don't generate it on their own. They need special rituals and amulets. We found a generator, the Thursaz rune, but it clearly wouldn't be enough here. But a sacrifice. Fuck. I'd read about this shit. The moment of death, the second when the soul leaves the body, that's always a huge energy release. And an experienced spellcaster can use that energy. But I was hoping Liv would suggest another rune or ritual. Fuck. I didn't want to kill anyone, especially since I already had a couple of kills under my belt. While mastering the previous spell, I'd already killed a few homeless people. Oh, that's not good. Of course I didn't do it on purpose and they died in the hospital painlessly, I hope. But that doesn't change the facts. I'm already a killer and I didn't want to add to my body count. Fuck. Wait. For a second it seemed like I'd found a solution. I just needed to go to a hospice and find some terminal patient. Some old guy who only has a week left to live. Approach him, convince him I'm a doctor, and that the pain will soon be gone. But then what? Douse him in gasoline and set him on fire? I don't think that's a painless way to kill somebody. That's probably one of the worst ones you could pick. Or slit his throat. Probably another bad one because you gotta gargle your own blood. Anyway, get like... I don't wanna... Never mind, let's not discuss that. Just saying, Buddy can find better ways to make a peaceful death. Just thinking about what that made me. My insides turn. I couldn't do it. I had to find another way, but there wasn't one. And all the time Iris and I had spent searching for sources of power, we'd only found two. The Thurisaz rune and violent death. If there was anything else, we didn't know about it. I sighed bitterly and rolled over. Those thoughts were loading me to a dead end. Leading me to a dead end. I needed to become a killer just to try to save the girl. Try. And if it didn't work, would I kill two people? Just as an experiment? This is fucked. The more I thought about it, the clearer it became that Eileen would die. I wasn't going to get involved. Her curse wasn't my problem. Shit happens. I honestly tried, but the price was too high. So the only thing I could do for her was to make her last days more bearable. It's unclear how a curse would kill her, quickly or not, but at least she wouldn't die alone. Thinking along these lines, I finally dozed off and then I woke up. My eyes were once again seeing in familiar dark blue spectrum. Iris was back. I know what you've been thinking, Jack. Fuck. I have a solution. But I need to know one thing. Do you trust me? 101. 010. Iris didn't say what that solution was about. It only hit me later that she didn't just keep quiet about it, but she also dulled my anxiety about it. The moment I said yes, all my emotions got muted. I stopped feeling fear or regret. And I should have been fucking scared. We head out half an hour after waking up. We needed to buy some booze and paint and set up the place for a ritual. Plus I had to figure out what to tell Eileen. Sure, after yesterday she trusted me, but that didn't mean I could lay it all out directly. Every bit of trust has its limit. Then again, she was in love with me, and that made things a lot easier. So whatever, I wasn't stressing over it. Eileen's purple aura showed up in the horizon right at 7 p.m. I wonder what time she got off work if she was already outside by 7. But then again, who cares? I walked towards her. She saw me. She rushed to hug me. Jack, I'm so glad to see you. Same here, Lynn. Got any plans for tonight? Honestly, no. You got something in mind? I need to drop by somewhere for work. Just need to drop off a bag at the garage. After that, we can hit up a restaurant. You're probably hungry, right? You're asking me to go to the garage with you? Yeah. Any problem with that? Nope. None at all. Let's go. Turns out I was right not to worry. On the way, she talked about her job and how she almost got married after we broke up. I had to tell her about my late wife, but that wasn't the main thing. The main thing was that her aura, her curse, seemed to have weakened. The purple glow around her had gone slightly more transparent, but neither Iris nor I could figure out why. Did something happen to you yesterday? You look more energetic today than you did yesterday. Really? It's probably because of the shower. I got home yesterday and turned on the contrast shower, and somehow I overdid it and ended up under a nice cold shower. You ever taken an ice cold shower? Like completely ice cold? No. Try it, it's so refreshing. I didn't think I've ever felt so alive. So yeah, we didn't learn anything from Eileen. Something had weakened the curse, but we had no clue what. Always in love with situations like this. So what are you planning to do? I mentally asked Iris. You'll find out soon. Okay. I replied and kept chatting with Eileen. Boo, get ready. Relax, just kidding. Don't be so scared. Motherfucker had me taking off my headphones. Some of the story is whack as hell, but damn, they're funny. Well, not whack, just making me uncomfy because I'm not comfortable with doing that on stream. Talking about sex. Unless I'm using it as a joke. We soon arrived, and I got out and asked her to come with me. If you think about it, this must have seemed pretty weird from the outside. I brought her to some random place under pretense of just dropping off a bag, and now I was asking her to come with me and let the taxi go. If I were in her shoes, I'd be thinking about rape. In fact, I wasn't in her shoes, and even I thought about it. I wasn't in her shoes. I don't. But it never crossed her mind, so she easily agreed and got out of the car. You shouldn't be so naive, love. We walked into the garage, and I dropped the bag on the floor. This place is unusual. What's that symbol? Thura says. A rune of fire in ancient German mythology. Oh, and why do you have it drawn everywhere? And then I realized I couldn't answer. My muscles wouldn't respond. What the fuck? Then it hit me. Iris. She took my body control. Iris. I mentally screamed. What the fuck are you doing? Sorry. I'll make it quick. Quick? What? Instead of answering, I heard my voice. Can you stand here? Just don't move, okay? No matter what happens. Eileen stepped into the spot I pointed to. Further away from the door. No, 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 don't stand there, run! I mentally screamed. But of course Eileen couldn't hear me. God, what is happening? I was a prisoner in my own body. All I could do was think, Everything else felt like it wasn't mine, and that scared the shit out of me. I knew Iris couldn't do this, but I never thought. Fucking ghost. Let me go. At the moment, Iris controlling my body walked over to the bag, pulled out the flask of whiskey, and took a sip. Then she tossed the flask aside. Eileen looked worried, but Iris stopped her. You're not in any danger. Just stay still and don't move, she said. A second later, my body burst into flames. Oh, 11. Fuck me for trusting that fucking ghost one more time. My mind was thrashing around like a wild monkey in a cage. Let me go, bitch. Let me go and put me out. I vaguely heard Eileen reacting too. Oh my god. She quickly looked around, but it was useless. There were no fire extinguishers. This garage was used as a storage room. I never imagined someone would actually catch fire here. Suddenly I heard my own voice. Calm down. This isn't regular fire. Look, I don't feel any pain. Those words shocked me. And they were true. There wasn't any pain. There was fear, an overwhelming, all-consuming, fucked up fear because I could see my body breaking down. I could tell the fire had reached my beard and jumped my hair. I saw my fucking eyelashes burn off. The fire was right in front of my eyes. Iris's words flashed through my mind. So if the eyes burned away, now, fuck, what's that terrifying? That's terrifying to even think about it. I'd be free? But of course, Iris wasn't about to give me that chance. That bitch closed my eyes. Jack, your hair, your skin, it's blistering and turning black. Fuck. With my eyes were shut, I could barely feel anything. There was no pain, just a light breeze caressing my body. It wouldn't be so scary if I didn't know that fire was devouring me. Just wait. What the fuck are you doing? Iris didn't answer. I had no choice but wait. Wait until my body burned away completely. Fuck! I tried to move again, but it was useless. My mind's commands just weren't reaching my body. It was like trying to mentally tell the neighbor's kid to shut up. He's completely unaware of your thoughts, just like my body right now. Eventually, I stopped caring. The fear faded and the crushing exhaustion took over. It felt like I'd taken a sleeping pill. My thoughts slowed down and then I didn't even feel like thinking anymore. All sensations finally died out, but just before everything went silent, I heard a faint scream from a woman. I'm gonna save. I woke up suddenly somewhere. Everything around me was white. I couldn't close my eyes or move at all. It worked. I heard Iris's voice. I immediately remembered how pissed I was at her. What worked? What the fuck did you do? Calm down. I couldn't see her. It was like I was talking to an empty space. Calm down? You fucking burned me alive. I helped you avoid a sacrifice. So instead of sacrifice, I got burned? Fucking brilliant plan. But you didn't feel any pain. And I can restore your body. You were hardly in any danger. Hardly? I could have gone through the limbo with the curse of murder. Do you even understand how that could have ended? Jack, stop. You can see everything's fine. Fine? Are you fucking kidding me? Why didn't you tell me? Because I knew how you'd react. You wouldn't have agreed, and we'd be arguing all night. She had a point, but I wasn't going to forgive her. If you ever pull something like this again, I'll scratch my fucking eyes out. And if that doesn't work, I'll kill myself and you can go back to your prison. Do you really want me to tell you everything? Yes, god damn you. I want to know what kind of crazy shit you're planning to do with my body. What kind of dumb question is that? Fine. I'll do that next time. Fucking Iris. I didn't care that she could read my thoughts. If anything, that made me a bit glad. So what now? Who's going to channel the energy released from the corpse? You will. How the hell am I supposed to do that? In case you didn't notice, I'm a bit scorched. I got a bit scorched. Someone used me as a battery. That was the plan. When you died and your soul left your body, I was able to connect with it. The two of our souls together are more than just a spirit. We've become something more. We're now a mass of conscious energy, so we can act as a spellcaster. No way. Are you telling me I can use the energy from my own death right now? Yes. And that's normal? I don't know. I haven't read anything like this in any books, and Liv probably didn't know about it either. Thinking about it, it makes sense. Books were written by humans, and I've got a fucking ghost with a penchant for experiments. The problem was that the experiment seemed like an attempt to fuck up the laws of magic. The laws generally don't like to be fucked up. They'll fuck anyone up. What about the blessing? One of the most important steps in a sacrifice has always been the blessing. The spellcaster is supposed to bless and thank the departing soul in a specific way, and only then take its energy. Only then will it be proper. The soul will pass through the limbo pure, without the curse of murder, and the body's energy won't be contained. Tainted. We don't need it. You're not really dying. So the ritual logic went out the window, just as I thought. Yeah, sure. Sure, I'm not dying, just losing my body's energy. No big deal, right? I can restore the body's energy too. Oh shit. Iris's words made me think. If this worked the way she said, and she really could restore me, the energy issues would be gone for good. I wouldn't need runes, amulets, or anything else. I'd become a nuclear reactor for my own magic. Although it'd mean having to burn like this every time, the ritual with the severed dick came to mind. I wasn't much better than those guys now, just as much of an idiot. But if Iris's plan worked, it meant we'd found a cheat code. Glad you understand. I'm still mad at you. We were stepping into forbidden territory. No one had ever done this before. Who knows what it might lead to? And Iris went ahead with it even without even asking me. Fucking ghost. Fine. It was too late to regret it anyway. I'd just died in the fire. What now? Where's Eileen? She's still there. Less than a second has passed in the world since your death. No shit. So what do I do? Just visualize. Draw on the energy and direct it at her curse. Got it. Same as always. Keep calm and visualize. The white haze cleared and I saw Eileen. She was frozen, staring at me in horror. The curse was burning with a violent flame on her shoulders and head. I imagined the white mist around me condensing. It stopped being mist and turned into real clouds, white and sparkling. This was power, energy released from my body. There was so much of it. If you think about it, it was only the energy of my entire life, emotional energy accumulated by my soul over 42 years. I just want to bring this up because it was brought up in the description, or at least one of the screenshots of the game on Steam. It said he had a daughter. We haven't met a daughter. I think they might have had a daughter and they forgot about it. Apologies. One moment. Gotta send a message real quick. Never mind, I changed my mind. Love, hate, joy, sorrow, every single emotion left its mark. Every emotion prepared me to die as a sacrificial lamb. Fuck. Better not dwell on that. I forced the storm clouds to compress into a spear-like shape and directed it at Eileen. I pictured the wave of energy washing away the curse's violet rot, like water washing dirt off fingers. Simple, quick, and painless. I watched as the spear pierced Ellen. It entered her neck, sinking deeper and deeper. Eileen should feel calm. She couldn't see the spear, so she had nothing to worry about. Yet she was freaking out over my corpse, but the energy should have calmed her down. But for some reason, the exact opposite happened. Eileen screamed and grabbed her throat. She was in pain. And a second later, her whole body suddenly erupted in white flames. I can't wait for the ear rape to happen. Or the jump scare. Oh, never mind. Title card. Last night, after meeting with me, Eileen decided not to head straight home. She was in a good mood, so she thought she'd treat herself a bit shake off the stress from the rat attack and that white orb. She popped into a nearby pizzeria, then hit the supermarket and finally came home with a delicious smelling pizza and bottle of wine. The evening was shaping to be pleasant. After setting the bottle down on the kitchen table, she noticed a strange sensation in her hands, like someone was tugging at her fingers. It reminded her of when her nephew used to hang from her arms. But there was no nephew now, nothing at all that could cause this feeling. Eileen took off all her rings and bracelets, but it didn't help. The weird sensation didn't go away. Probably something with blood vessels, Eileen thought. I'll need to rub on some warming cream. She took a shower, enjoyed the hot water, and then switched to cooler water. This dulled the sensation a bit, but her fingers were still tingling, and it started to irritate her. She massaged them, applied warm cream, ran them under hot and cold water, but the feeling wouldn't go away. It only got worse. Her palms turned red and began to hurt like they'd been burned. What the hell is this? Eileen exclaimed. Suddenly, a wave of hatred swept over her, like a wildfire in a dry field. Her hands felt so dirty, so wrong, just disgusting. How can I even stand such filth? Red, rubbed raw in places, with hideous age spots. Did I have these spots before? Oh my god, was the nastiest spreads further? What if her whole arm ends up like this? What if it spreads higher, to her torso, chest, neck, face? Fear gripped her. What do I do, God, oh God? Her heart pounded like crazy. Eileen stretched out her hand to examine her palms. Oh God, it's already spreading. In a panic, she burst out of the shower. She had to do something, stop this somehow. She dashed in the kitchen, and her eyes fell on the kitchen knife rack. There was a kitchen hatchet. Oh no. What about the other hand? Screw it, I'll deal with it later. She brought the hatchet down to her arm with all her might. Pain flooded Eileen. Blood gushed from the wound, and with her free hand she tried to press down on it, but only for a moment. She couldn't touch the area with such a horrible hand. It was too late. The skin above the cut started darkening again. Rage filled Eileen. She quickly grabbed another knife on the rack, and one swift motion sliced off a chunk of the infected skin from her arm. I really wish there was images. Well, to be fair, if there was images, I probably couldn't play this on stream. Like she was peeling an apple. Ugh. Hardly any pain. Eileen saw the exposed muscles and layers of fat, but they were soon covered with blood. The gruesome sight didn't snap her out of it. She didn't stop in horror. In that moment, only one thing mattered to her. That the cut hadn't helped. Her skin kept darkening, the foulness already reaching her elbow. In fury, Eileen sliced another piece of skin. Then another. Soon her entire forearm was a bloody mess. The skin beneath, which she hadn't managed to remove, was hanging loose, now serving as a bloody channel connecting her arm to the table. The sight only made Eileen angrier. She looked at her arm and saw the darkening had already reached her shoulders. Eileen screamed and drove the knife straight into her eye. Well, shit! I don't think Eileen is doing too hot. Okay. We fucked up. Fucked up big time on all fronts. Eileen is dead. She stabbed herself in the eye with a fucking knife. Right after our meeting yesterday. Fuck it. If I'd gone with her yesterday, she'd still be alive. We're sitting in a small restaurant where I was waiting for my slice of cherry pie. Eileen looked into my eyes with a silent question. Fuck. Of course, that wasn't Eileen. Not real Eileen. It was magic and mystical projection that appeared partially because of me. We figured that out about an hour ago. When I directed energy toward Eileen, she started screaming and burning. At first, Iris and I didn't understand. The energy was supposed to affect the girl's aura, not her physical body. And then it hit us. Her physical body wasn't even there. The energy was destroying Eileen because she was energy. An energy imprint of the girl I saw yesterday. What the fuck? How is that even possible? I asked Iris. I don't know, but I have a theory. Well, it's our fault. What? That curse was a powerful spell on its own, and yesterday you added rune energy to it. I think that's the reason. The curse got stronger and reached her soul. Wait. You're saying I did this? Instead of saving her, I threw gasoline in this shit? Yes. I won't, Ethan. You get to watch this shit with me now, because I just read the text of a girl peeling off her own skin and then stabbing herself in the eye. Um. Anyway. Alright, night, brother. When my body healed and I came back to life, I told Eileen about the night sun and the curse, and that I had already killed her. Naturally, she didn't believe me. Listen, those fire tricks, cool, but that's bullshit. How can I be dead if I'm standing right here? Do you remember what happened during the day? Well, yeah, I woke up, got ready, went to work. I just sighed. That's not how it went. That was before. Back when she wasn't cursed. Now she physically couldn't go to work during the day. The real Eileen died yesterday. The one standing before me wasn't human. And because of that, a human daytime life was unavailable to her. In that sense, she became like Iris, unable to exist without the night sun. During the day, she simply wasn't in this world. Go home. But I warn you, you'll see something terrible there. Then come to Ginny on 12th Street. I'll be waiting there. That's where you found us. I was sitting in the cafe trying not to think about what she'd find at home. It's scary to see your own body mangled, abandoned, forgotten by everyone, and realize that your life is over. Especially considering that just yesterday everything was fine and your biggest problem was a failed romance. Out of pity for her, I even forgot about my own body. I was right. Laws of magic don't like to be fucked up. The cheat code didn't work, I muttered to myself. The burning didn't leave me unscathed. It took most of my soul. Of course, it didn't take it like some grim reaper with a scythe, no. We were just wrong about the concepts all along. And by we, I mean all of humanity. It's the ancient book's fault. They said the energy released at death is the energy of the body, an emotional shell that forms around the soul during life. At the moment of death, the shell breaks down and releases energy unrelated to the soul. And the soul itself is something small, like a seed. In Christian tradition, it's the spark God puts in a person. But in reality, it wasn't like that at all. The energy that leaves the body was the soul. I've been streaming this for an hour and a half. Okay. There were no emotion shelves, and the amount of energy was always the same for everyone, be it a baby or an old man. The body's energy was a myth, and the ancient books were wrong. And you know what happened to my soul? I directed most of it to Eileen. As a result, there was almost nothing left of my essence. I became less than ever, and this body was now too big for me. My legs and arms wouldn't obey, my heart barely beat, and my mind was foggy. Memories faded and felt distant, as if they hadn't happened to me. The past practically stopped existing. Without Iris, I probably would have died. But no, she wouldn't let me die, and kept telling me it could be fixed. But is that really true? It just takes time. A lot of time. I hope you're right. And I also hope she felt at least a little guilty. When Eileen entered the cafe, she immediately threw herself into my arms. I didn't even have time to stand up. Jack! She cried. But how? This is impossible. I was silent and just stroked her head for what felt like an eternity. What's going to happen to me? She asked later. What am I now? Tell me. You know. I replied, half repeating Iris, who was whispering in my head. I don't know one thing for sure. You're now a creature of the night, son. You can only live when it's night, for ordinary people. Everything else is just a guess. And what exactly do you guess? I guess that your personality is now a mass of energy. You no longer have human flesh, so physically, you're invulnerable. Ordinarily, people can't hurt you. Ordinary people can't hurt you. And who can? Me. And anyone who can control magical energy. If you really are a mass of energy, only other energy can destroy you. Isn't that a plus? If I'm only energy, nothing else can hurt me, right? Energy manipulation is more common than you think. The whole world around us is energy. You need to be careful. In the Night Sun's world, you're like a porcelain figurine. We fell silent. I was gathering the strength to say the worst thing. This is probably how doctors feel when they tell a patient they have an inoperable tumor. Sorry, I can't speak. And I also guess that your time is limited. What? Energy dissipates over time. Right now, it's held together by magic, which arose from the interaction of the curse and my spell. Whatever time, this magic will probably weaken. I paused, gathering strength, and I also badly damaged it when I tried to lift the curse. Eileen looked back at me with horror. What does that mean? It means that your personality will gradually dissolve. You'll lose your memory and will. Your body will disappear. Oh, God. Eileen covered her face with her hands. So it was all for nothing? I'm going to die anyway? You tried to help, but you only delayed it? I sighed. Tears welled up in Eileen's eyes as she silently got up and left the cafe. I stayed seated. After the burning, I physically couldn't have caught up with her. I'm sorry. I didn't manage to tell her the whole truth. The scariest part was that she wouldn't die. Most likely, she'd become a spirit, invisible and intangible, devoid of reason and will. She'd be forced to wander the world forever, with no awareness like a zombie. And that's my fault. The curse reached Eileen's soul because of me. If that's true, she's now cursed forever and won't be able to pass through the limbo. She won't find peace. The virus consumed her entirely. I'm sorry. Fuck it. I never should have gotten involved with this. Iris was right. I should have just walked away. Eileen would have died, but she wouldn't have suffered long, even with the curse of murder. And I condemned her to eternity. Maybe the same way someone once condemned Iris to eternity. A bitter sigh escaped my lips. I won't deal with this kind of shit anymore. Though I probably can't now, without a soul. Iris was silent. Iris? You there? Yes? Help me to get home. I felt my body tense. I stood up from the table, and my head immediately started spinning. My mind grew cloudy. But I could feel myself walking forward like a normal person. Like a normal half-corpse, guided by a spirit. We fucked up. Fucked up big time on all fronts. My throat's getting sore. Sorry. Oh, I hope I'm not going to have any public speaking at school tomorrow. And that means only one thing. Now I'm going to have to lie down for a long time. How many parts are there? Find anything? No. One trap went off, but there was nothing there. He showed her a picture of a dead woman. The corpse was missing a hand, and the skin on the arm has been stripped away. Interesting. Is that a normal reaction? Yes, they always die in strange ways. I see. Anyway, set up more traps. We need to find her as soon as possible. Alright. I'll take care of it tomorrow. Don't let me down. Hey, Iris. Yes, what is it? I did everything you wanted. Can you give me the remaining achievements? Okay. Go away, don't come back. Thank you, Iris. Thank you for reading. I hope we'll meet again. Is it done? The game's over? Aw. I kinda liked that. Okay, I changed my mind. I know I said we were gonna play Blindman Son, and we were going to play milk inside of a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk. But I'm tired and my throat hurts. And I got school tomorrow. Yes, I have my Honkai Star Rail background. Anyway, I hope this VOD does decently. One moment, let me turn off my display capture so y'all aren't looking into the abyss. What do you mean? Stream idea for another time. Just milk within a bag of milk. Sorry, I'm waiting on Pip-Pip's response. You could play the Quince games. I could. Cause funny, yeah. Either way, that game was far more of a story game than a horror game. It's a story, just click and watch the story, read the text, all that, with horror elements in it, than just like a pure horror game. Like, there's one that I saw called like Mouthwash or something. They have actual gameplay elements of the beginning of the end. Alright, sorry, he's talking about the Quince game. Quintessential quintuplets. Anyway, I didn't know it was gonna be just like talking like that. That's why I put the markers on the stream. I could probably take those off now. Oh shoot, I'm getting a good night text. One moment. I need to send one back. Because I love Pookie. One moment. There we go. So I can probably take those off. Because it's not like a depiction. It's more of just, they said it happened. It's just the language. I thought there was going to be some depiction like a, if you've heard of it, it's a game Game Grumps played. That's like a point and click adventure, but it's like a horror cult kind of thing. Harvester? I was expecting it to be more like that, and when it said in the description on Steam, when it was talking about suicide, I thought we were gonna actually see like a body. And I was like, oh shit, well, to be fair, she did kind of do that thing where she peeled her skin and then stabbed herself in the eye till she died. But yeah, that was an enjoyable experience, except for me getting sore throat. Me probably messing up my throat for tomorrow. Yeah. I do feel like it might be. Did they base it off a comic? I think they might have. I'm sorry, this is like an after stream chat. It said something like that in the description. Visual novel in the genre is training complete irons. Generate content disclosure. Yeah, this game uses AI to create some of the graphics. Oh, that's what the anime girl thing was about. That part I'm kind of disappointed in, but like, if this was made by them, the pixel art and the writing, then I'm cool with it. But one moment is. Where is. They have it in English and Russian. The crazy stuff I got dragged into. Hope you enjoy the ride. Was this a comic book? No, there was just a bunch of images created by AI. I'm guessing developer. Oh. It looks like they've worked on some other stuff too. Huh. Yeah, it said it was developed by Alkanoi, and the publisher is My Stale Studio. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. I'm sorry. But either way, that was Blindman's son. I thought it was going to be far more creepy and nerve wracking than it actually was. But it was alright. That wasn't a horrible experience. Yeah. Hang on, I can't see up here when you message stuff, at least through OBS. Twitch. Alright, I can't even see that. And unfortunately, I did not record this. Oh, it's gonna be great when my freaking. Oh, can I just cut this off? Am I allowed to cut it off? I need to remove milk inside of a bag of milk because I did not play that this stream. I will next time. Alrighty, night, y'all. Have a good night. Oh, wait, gotta update that.